Hello, students. Let's continue with question 42. It's written like this, and its opening faces to the left. Here's a negative number, so the graph should be drawn like this. These parts should be close together here. It's not drawn very well. Where is the directrix? The directrix is here. So this one, it should be x equals 1/4, right? This is 1/4. Use -1 divided by 4. -1 divided by 4 gives -1/4. But what we want is the positive part here. It's right here. This is 1/4. So choose the first option for this one. All right, this is question 42. Now let's continue and look at the next one, question 43. For this question, PF1 plus PF2, this is 2a, right? Then let's see, what is this a? That is a squared equals 4. So it equals 2. So 2a is 4. So for this one, choose the second option. This is question 43. Next, this is question 44. For this question, what it's testing us on is if two vectors are parallel, it should be, there is a relationship like this, right? So we need to find this lambda. So which one has this kind of relationship? It's the second one. I'll just talk about the second one. For the second one, AB, we don't need to look for it, right? AB is already written out. Vector A plus 5 times vector B. And then you get, right? It's the one after this. As for this get, the resulting vector should be BC plus CD. Right? The C cancels out, so that's what you get. What is BC? It's -2 here, and here it's 3. -2 plus 3 is vector A. What about here? Here it's 8, and here it's 0.38 minus 3. That's 5b. You'll notice these two are the same. Since they're the same, that lambda is actually 1. So we choose the second option, 2b. Now let's look at question 45. For this question, this is also a previous exam question, right? Here, k is -1/2, so the other k we need to find should be 2. Which one is 2? It's the first option, option A. So for question 45, we choose A, right? We won't go into more detail on this one. Now, question 46. As for question 46, I need to explain this one to you in detail. I'll write out the process for you. This equation is x squared plus mx plus 4 equals 0. So if we calculate its delta, it's b squared minus 4ac. That is m squared minus 4 times 4, which is 16. Of course, some students may have other methods, but we're just following the method in the textbook. That method, right? Then x should equal 2a. 2a is 2 over 2a negative b in the numerator. Plus or minus the square root of delta. The square root of delta. Here we should write it as 16 minus m squared multiplied by I. We need to remember the square of I is -1, right? Then here it says that it needs to pass through this straight line. What this means is that this negative number is also, that is, a complex number, like a plus bi, where a and b are equal. The two of them are equal, which actually means this part and this part are the same. So m equals the square root of 16 minus m squared, right? So m squared equals 16 minus m squared. So here it is. We just need to solve for it. Just solve for this m. The solution should be the second one. So for this question, choose 2b. All right, let's continue with question 47. For this question, we'll still use the algebraic method, that is n equals 1 and n equals 2. So if we substitute n equals 1, then a1 is 1, right? And b1 is the absolute value of a1. So b1 is still 1, right? Then s1 is just b1. So it's still 1, right? Let's see which one is 1. If we substitute it in here, this one is 1. If we substitute it in here, this one is also 1. This one is also 1, but this one isn't. Right? So the fourth one is incorrect. Now let's substitute 2. If we substitute 2, here it's 1 divided by 1 plus a. 2, right? A 2 equals 2. That equals 0. So a 2 should be -2. If A2 is -2, then B2 is 2, right? So season 2, that equals B1 plus B2, which is 3. Let's see which one is 3. Only the third one, when you substitute 2, gives 3. The previous A and B are not correct. So we choose the third one. This is question 47. Now let's look at question 48. This probability question is a bit tricky, right? Let's take a look. It asks, which one is the probability that running preferences are different? Right? For different in this question, it means this. These are both the same. So, if high school students like application A, then it should be 80 divided by 200. 200. Right? If they like application B, then it's 40 divided by 200. Then it's 60 divided by 200. Then it's 20 divided by 200. For college students, if one likes it, the other can't like it, right? So college students can't like it. The number who like it is 30 out of a total of 80, so those who don't like it are 50. 50 divided by 80, and this one is 60 divided by 80. This one is also 60 divided by 80. And this one is 70 divided by 80. So multiply the top and bottom and add the left and right. Then we just need to calculate the answer, right? And here, this part is 0. We can just remove all of this, remove all these zeros as well. So this becomes 4/10 here. That's 4 out of 10, then multiply by 5/8 below. Plus 4 to 20, which is also 2/10. Multiply by 6/8, which is 3/4. Then add 3/10. Multiply by 3/4. Add again. This is 1/10. Multiply by 7/8. Right? So we can see that the denominators below are all 80. All of them are 80. It should be 80. Let's convert this one to have 80 as the denominator as well. So this is 80. On top, it's 4 times 5, which is 20, then plus 3 times 4, which is 12. This one is 40, right? 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 9 is 18, so this is 18. And then this one is 7. You can just add this one directly. This one is 32, and 32 plus 18 is 50, plus 7 is 57. Let's take a look. The second one is 57, so for this question, we choose 2B. All right, so up to this point, I've finished explaining the January exam paper for everyone. Starting tomorrow, I'll be recording the March test questions and papers for you all. If you have friends around you who need this kind of explanation video, you can help promote my videos.